We are continuing the Halachot of Pesach, and we are left off on the halacha, what a person is not allowed to do before the check of the Hametz. So this year, 2025, Tafshin Pehei, we're going to have Bdikat Hametz on Thursday night. And because Thursday night, the obligation of Bdikat Hametz starts with the bracha, half an hour before that time, the restriction of eating 2 ounces of bread or 2 ounces of mezonot apply. However, this is only restricted to whoever is going to check the hametz. Your wife is not going to check the hametz, for example, so she has no restriction unless she's going to participate with you. The participants also, because the idea is that we're afraid that whoever is obligated to do certain parts is going to fall asleep. After a person is eating food, he is getting tired, relaxed, and then he's going to fall asleep. Like in the morning, a person says, Rabbi, I'm going to sleep for 5 minutes. Jesse John? איפה אתה, רבנו? יוסף הצדיק. Daniel, in life, we never lose. Here, Jesse, there was a guy that was waiting to make a chai. And the guy took forever, the guy in front of him took forever to make the chai. And he's upset. And he's upset. Oh, finish your chai already. How long it takes your time to mix it, to make it? Oh. Why the guy is upset? Because he feels this guy in front of me wasting my time. But Chachamim tell us you never lose. Jews never lose. It's either you lose time, but you gain savlanut. When is the moments in life you're going to work on your savlanut? On your tolerance?
When you have a challenge.
When you have that moment. So never feel, this guy never makes that turn already. Make a turn. No, davai, bastarucha, turn. Who gave you a license? Yes, Halachot Pesach. Yeah. Just sometimes, situations in life that a person feels, I'm losing time. The answer is, you're not losing time. You're always on a gain. Remember that. Jew, never lose. Yehudi af lo mafsid. Remember that. If you're Yehudi, you always gain. You either gain olam hazeh or either gain olam haba. But you never lose. Looking at it with this perspective, you're coming to Pesach happy. You're coming out of your personal Egypt happy. Evanu? Mr. Rudy, evanta o lo? Very good. So now, half an hour before the coming of the check of the Hametz, let's say 7:15, 7:30 is going to be Shkia. About 20 minutes after that is going to be Tzedek Kochavim. So 7:50. 30 minutes before that, 7:20, the time restriction came. Not eating bread, 2 ounces, or mezonot, 2 ounces, until you're going to check the Hametz. So if Rudy came home after work at 7:30, and his wife gave him a beautiful lunch, made from mezonot or bread, he's not allowed to have the mezonot or bread.
When is this?
On the Thursday night, check of Bdikat Hametz. But other things you're allowed to, Rudy. The sushi you're allowed to touch. Why? Because he has no mezonot that requires al michyav ala kalkala after.
We have to do it Saturday also, no?
What? It depends. No, that's the nullification.
That's nullification.
Yeah, not the check. The check with the candle, we do Thursday night. Okay? וכן אסור להתחיל בשום מלאכה חצי שעה קודם זמן הבדיקה. So you're not allowed to make a מלאכה. Daniel, suddenly somebody decided to paint his house. He wants to put on right now his brush, his painting shoes, start painting the house. It's 7:20. No, we'll do it quickly. Chick chack, half an hour will be done. 7:20 came, which is half an hour before Tzedek Kochavim. Not allowed to do any melacha. Right now, the main focus is the Bdikat Hametz, the checking of the Hametz. Eliyahu, you got it or no? Very good. Yes. Now, what happened if a person started before that time? He started 7:15. Can he? There is one relative of mine. He has Yeshua every Bdikat Hametz. he found time to pass away, that relative. If you're not gonna come, Hayav Mita. How dare you not coming to my Yeshua? Erev Bdikat Chametz. So imagine these people want to eat right now in the Yushvo, and they eat gush gija, mezonot, bread. They tell them 7:20, deadline.
That's what, Thursday night?
You cannot start by 7:20 the mezonot, the bread, because you're going to eat more than 2 ounces over there.
That's Thursday night.
Thursday night. If they now says Avadia, what if they started earlier than 7:20? They started 7:15. If it says halacha, itchil beheter, en tzarich להפסיק. If a person itchil beheter, he started on the right time, kasher time, he is allowed to continue. Even the prohibited time came already. Means to say 7:20 is the deadline. He started 7:15, 7:19 he started. He's allowed to continue past 7:20. Once it hits half an hour before Tzedek Kochavim, that's the deadline. From that time until you will check, not allowed to start a meal of bread or a meal of mezonot, 2 ounces of mezonot. We have שהכל? אליהו, רוצה שאתה בואי. ג'סי, איפה אתה? לא בא לך? טוב, we'll wait for our dear בכור.
טוב, אני אשתה. תשתו כבר, אנחנו תיג'ו לי על המצפון בעולם הבא.
לא, חס שלום, למה? מחכה לבכור. לכן אסור להתחיל ללמוד משקיעה. It says it's so important not to postpone the checking of the chametz. I told you. It's so important not to postpone the checking of the chametz. כל הכבוד. Jesse, if you're thirsty, you say שהכל. If not, you cannot say on the שהכל.
A little bit thirsty.
A little bit. בכור?
יכולת לדבר על $1,000,000 שיבוא?
I just said I want to drink. I'm waiting for בכור.
Yeah.
Here, ask him. Jesse, I said that on...
Because of you, I'm drinking now. To fulfill the mitzvah.
יעקב בי. דבי, איפה אתה? יאללה. ש"ס, בכור, הוא כבר בא עכשיו. No, we're waiting for בכור. And his brigada. With Yaakov Joe.
Вчера все кайфанули, до сих пор все сейчас звонят, спрашивают, как это.
Tell Jesse, tell that to Jesse.
When are you going to learn to speak Hebrew, I wonder?
You know how many people appreciate the Russian shiur? Wait. I can't tell you. You have to do it 2 times a week.
Yeah. Relax.
Make sure Jesse hears that more.
Relax. Yesterday I didn't come to show because of Russian.
No,
Russian, no.
let me tell you, Jesse, the people like me, very lazy to learn English.
But you understand everything,
Listen. And kids coming, balagan, they see that this, Divri Torah, oh, you know, this like this, everybody shocked. You understand?
Everybody shark.
Okay, bro.
It increases shalom bayit, that's what he wants to say.
Use it.
יאללה, פייחלי. ברשות מוריי ורבותיי.
Shamayim.
ברוך אתה, אדוני אלוהינו, מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
וכן אסור להתחיל ללמוד. So it's so important, בכור, to check the chametz and not to do anything before that. Says Avadia that once the 7:50 p.m. came, I want to study Torah. My wife is going to come 8:30. 40 minutes, I want to study Torah. Not allowed to.
Say it again.
You have to check the chametz now. 7:50 came, tzedek kochavim, you have to check the chametz. Not allowed to study Torah. Let the kids fall asleep, Rabbi, then I'll do everything. 10 o'clock. You cannot study Torah. You have to first check chametz. That's how serious it is.
А когда будем сжигать?
Friday morning, we're going to burn the chametz.
You have all day to do it, or how does it work?
On this year, yes. You can do Friday all day, but lechatchila, poskim say you should still do it until 10:30. Or no, eating is 10:40, something like that. But the sefat chametz 11:40, something like that.
А что, у нас урок не будет в этот день?
Of course not. David Bio, you see what they put on the door? Huh? You see our Kabbalistic teachings taking place. Bechor, you didn't put it in your synagogue.
Я ему заказал же этому.
Zakazal, надо сделать.
Две заказал, один.
No, you have to put it in all the synagogues. Arizal says, Zohar also says, if you don't say that, you cannot pray. No shacharit, no mincha, no arvit.
Bracha before you get into the shul.
Yeah.
Что так криво повесили?
ואני ברוב חסדיך אבוא ביתך, אשתחווה לך על קודשך ביראתך. The first line on top, you see?
Это киркиров повесить, сразу видно.
No, we don't. But I say that before I go because the rabbi teaches, so
Yeah, without that you cannot start. The Zohar says that Shacharit Mincha Arvit was composed by Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. So he says that if you don't mention their zechuyot, you are copywriting problem. You're taking whatever they compose without their permission. So that's called a problem. And that's why Ani berov chasdecha, who is the man of chesed? Avraham Avinu. That's what mentions the chut of Abraham. Avo betecha, who was the one that studied all the time? Each time Yeshev Ohalim? Yaakov. Shtachaveh lechal kodshecha bi'iratecha, who is the one that had fear? Upahad Yitzhak Anenu. Remember that? That's the three Avotenu HaKadoshim. That's why you have to mention that, says the Arizal HaKadosh, before you start the prayer. As soon as you enter the Knesset, with Talit and Tfilin Ujeh Bechor. With Talit and Tfilin already on. Then you enter Knesset saying that pasuk.
Oh, really?
Zohar says, if you don't put Tefillin on, you say, Hashem, I'm going to bow in front of your Echad with Iratecha. Where is your Ira? Where is your fear from Hashem? The Zohar calls the Tefillin fear of Hashem. That's why without that, you're not allowed to, says the Ari, to say, V'ani berov chasdecha, without Talit and Tefillin. On.
Some shows you can't go into this.
You could do it at home. Then get to the car. That's what I do. I wear it at home, then I go to the car. What's the big deal? Дома, gente. Возьмите домой. Да. Every morning I do that. For the last few years, huh?
I did it one time. Fell off.
No, it never fall off. I'll tell you what to do. Put your jacket on it. Or your coat on it. It just sits in place. Come on.
So Rabbi, we say this every time we learn?
Every time you go into the synagogue for Shacharit and Mincha Arvit.
And what about learning?
Learning, no, you don't have to do that.
All right, okay. For those two, no problem.
Because Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov composed the Shacharit Mincha Arvit. They didn't compose the studies. Studies was given to Moshe, from Moshe Rabbeinu to us. Yeah. Amen. Okay? Continuing. If so, אלא שגם ברבים לא התירו, so it says, besides Bechor, if you have a set study to study Torah, class. If a person has a set study time to study Torah, class, he comes to the class 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So, I didn't do Brikat Hametz. Rabbi said, I cannot learn Torah before I check Hametz. Now, what do I should go to the class or no? Says Rabbi Yosef, go to the class. But don't go to classes, but it's going to be pilpulim long time. Make sure you participate in a class that there is discussion, quick halakha, next halakha like this. Because if it's going to be pilpulim, Rashi, Tosfot, Rambam, Rashba, break your head right now, what does this mean and that mean? You're going to chas v'shalom, prolong the time and you forget to check the chametz. Fa'amidin bechor. כן? דין להתפלל ערבית ואחר כך יבדוק. ואם יש לו עכשיו, what's first? ערבית, then check חמץ or check חמץ then ערבית? Very good. Jesse said the right answer. Anytime you have two mitzvot in front of you, one comes more frequent. Less one comes less frequent. The second one comes less frequent. Which one comes first? The one that comes more frequent. Got it? בורא נפשות נזבוס.
But you could do that.
Huh?
You could do it after. We pray here 10 o'clock, I'm saying.
What, Arvit? Yeah, you could. But it's not pasul if you do it after. But question what's better, you should do before.
Уже надо искать, когда только стемнеет.
Right. 7:50 it's going to be this year, PM.
7:50.
50. 750.
Same PCR.
Bechor, netilat yadayim, before you do bdikat chametz, good to do netilat yadayim. Without beracha.
Well, which way?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah. No, 3, 4. 5, 6.
5, 6, yeah.
And if possible, to go to mikveh before also. Before check chametz, possible. If possible, go to mikveh. If not, cannot do it right before, do it in the morning. Go mikveh in the morning.
Friday.
Thursday, Bechor. Thursday night is the check chametz.
Thursday night check chametz. Friday
Mikveh before that check chametz. Before you check the chametz.
Friday.
Yes, that's for the check chametz. That's for Shabbat. Whenever you are paying your bills, right? You don't pay one bill for all your life. This for the electricity, and that's for the mortgage, and that's for the car, and that's for the gas, and that's right. There's different. You say, listen, yesterday I paid the bill. Why I have to pay again the bill? That was for different thing. Now it's for different thing. Okay, next. The checking of the chametz requires a beracha. Shel kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu al bi'ur chametz. Al bi'ur chametz. That we recommended to check the chametz for, in order to destroy it if you find it. After you said al bi'ur chametz, you're not allowed to talk until you found the first piece. After you found the first piece, bracha kot. Now, technically you're allowed to speak, but better not to. Until you don't finish everything. Because once a person speaking, you can get sidetracked.
Any piece, or it has to be the 1 ounce?
Better than 1 ounce. That's why I tell you all the time, put that first piece to be 1 ounce piece.
I'll say if you found the smaller one, you can still speak after.
Better not to. Because you didn't fulfill the mitzvah. This small one, you didn't need to really check the house. You could have lived in the house. Anything that's smaller than the size of 1 ounce doesn't require for you to do anything. What we do, oh, I found crumbs here, I found crumbs there. It's not really a requirement. It's called spring cleaning. It's not halacha cleaning. Rabbi, I took apart the door of the refrigerator. Why? Because I couldn't get the crumbs right over there. Shechem ben Hamor you are. What can we tell you? You didn't do anything right. Why did you take the refrigerator apart? Oh, I found crumbs. You take a spray at the Windex, you put it on the spray mode. Finito. You don't have to take anything apart. Yeah. Some people go wild, thinking I'm making a bigger mitzvah. Every year people buy new rainbow at palisosi. How do you call this? Vacuum cleaners. Why? Because they cannot get to that crumb over there. They push the piston brakes every year. Every year. And according to our Torah, not Quran Torah, yeah? Our Torah, you don't have a problem with the crumbs. Rabbi, look, the car is full of crumbs. No problem. Take Windex. No problem. You made it pasul achilat akelev. Dog cannot eat that. Finito. No problem. That's why you don't have to go wild with breaking the vacuum cleaners, going to different parts. You cannot reach it. Take a Windex. Kaddish al Israel. Got it? Bechor. John Chalos. Instead of wasting time cleaning the house for Pesach, for doing things that are not necessary by Jewish law, prepare yourself to what type of divrei Torah I'm going to say on the table.
Oh,
Because the cleaning, or most of the cleaning, it's not necessary. Most of it. People go wild. Scraping the walls.
How do you explain that though, Rav? No one ever listens to it.
What can you tell you? It's not a problem. By Jewish law, if it's crumbs, no problem. You have crumbs all over here, no problem.
But if you eat the rub, it's not a problem.
No, you don't eat on the floor. You don't eat. Where is the crumbs you're gonna eat? On the table?
If there's kids, they touch it, they touch the food.
Where the touch? No, make it pasul. Sprinkle, spray Windex on it. Tamam. Dog cannot eat it.
Rabbi,
Finito. Yes, Daniel.
cleaning lady brings food,
Lo alenu. Yes.
bread on Passover. She eats it in the house. Then what?
Tell her to eat it on the side part of the house, not where the table is, not in the kitchen. That it should not jump on your food.
just tell
A
it.
crumb will fall. Chas v'shalom. It's a problem. And when a person things fall unintentionally. Chametz bePesach b'mashu, smallest crumb fell into the food. Kaddish al Israel.
You're right, but she'll eat at the table or whatever. But
Tell her
it's
to
not
eat it on a separate place, not whenever you guys
Oh,
eating.
of course.
Not also in the kitchen where you guys have your food and stuff.
Coffee table is fine, obviously, right? Coffee table is fine.
Depends. If you guys have some things that are edible there, then don't do that there.
No.
Okay. Very good. Next. With one beracha, you're allowed to cover many houses. One beracha, it's enough to make for many houses. Not every house needs his own beracha.
As long as you own the house.
Same thing. Huh?
As long
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
own
yeah.
the
No, even if you don't own. Let's say right now,
So I can make
Igor,
a
you...
fire,
שנייה, Jesse, תן לדבר, שנייה. Jesse asked you, before you ask Jesse, can you check my house also? I pay you money. Do my shaliach. Jesse lives less than half an hour drive from you. He checked his house, said beracha in his house. Have in mind, I'm going to go after to Bechor's house. Does he need to say another beracha in Bechor's house or no?
No.
No need to. Why? It's a separate house. Separate obligation. Because I know I'm going to do all these obligations right now in one thing. I don't have to say new beracha. A person makes shechita. You bring your chicken, then Jesse brings his chicken. How many brachot the shochet says?
One.
One. Well, there's separate mitzvah for you, separate mitzvah for him. Because it's all same mitzvah, same type of mitzvah. We're required to say one beracha.
Can Jesse make it for him?
But if it's more than half an hour away, apart, then there is a question. Better from the beginning to have in mind, I'm going to cover only my house. You understood or no? Let's say you have to drive to somebody in Brooklyn. You have your babulia in Brooklyn. You want to go help her. Driving from Queens from your house to Brooklyn is more than half an hour. In such a case, say bracha in your house. Check your hametz. Then have in mind when you said that bracha, only from my house.
What about 10 minutes?
Okay, question.
Then you're gonna go to your babulia. You're gonna say another time beracha for babulia.
Jesse make it baracha, everything check. After
In his house.
in his house. After that, I call, oh, Jesse, I can do it to my. Can you go to my house and do it? He doesn't have kavanah.
Yeah. Then you have to say another beracha. Okay. Very good. Elia, what was your question?
If they leave 10 minutes, you still have...
Within half an hour, you have in mind for both places. More than half an hour apart, you have in mind just for the first place.
Right?
Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Wait, there's two houses. That's put 10 pieces in the other house too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So 20 pieces.
Doesn't have to be separate. It could be the same 10 pieces.
I asked
Ah,
in
same 10
Miami.
pieces.
Yeah. Miami, you're not going to be on Thursday night, Bechor. You're going to be before.
No, I'm saying, I go now to Miami, check it out, everything without baracha. I come.
You're going to waste your time and money. You don't need to go there.
No, but I coming back to my.
You want to
house.
check Hametz in Miami.
The question was babula eating. You forgot
It
babula.
doesn't cover it, right?
Of course not.
You make a baracha here, it doesn't cover over there without baracha.
You check you clean the whole house from Hametz. Check again when you get there on Pesach.
I think so.
When you get there on Pesach,
After
Same thing
two
for work,
siddur,
right?
after two siddur, Holy Moed I go.
yes,
Same thing
Say
for work.
baracha.
yes, check over there with bracha.
But why can't
When you get on Pesach over there.
Yeah.
you
Yes.
sold everything, no?
Huh?
You sold everything, bro.
You didn't sell, he's going there.
I'm saying
He's talking in a place that he is going to go.
No, he's saying that
he
you sold the property. The
He didn't sell the property.
It's Airbnb,
no, no.
let's say.
the Airbnb.
Oh, it's
No Airbnb, it's his property. It's yours, no?
So why not
Paid
to
in
sell
full.
So why not sell
it?
it?
Why not to sell it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Why not?
He wants to go there.
No.
He wants to
Still,
enjoy his
why
house.
not
He has a
sell
house in
before
Miami.
Pesach?
Sell it, right? I'm selling this, everything in this house.
Okay, good question, good question. Rabotai, I have plenty of cookies, pasta, masta, everything in my house. Do I need to put it away or I sell it? It's not mine, it's the goy. Do I need to sell it, get rid of them or it's not mine? Don't halos. Says halacha, any chametz, even though it's not yours, cannot be in front of your face. You have to close it, according to Shulchan Aruch, lock it, give the keys, it says, away. Lock it. Today we say, "Hi, tie it, put a sign." Shulchan Aruch said, "Put the lock it, and hide the keys." It says, so you don't remember where you put them on Pesach.
What do we do in an office? Then
You understand how serious it is? I can get Joe. Okay, come. What are you saying?
what do we do in an office with employees?
So that's not yours. You're not holding it. You're not gonna come to eat it. You're not tempted to eat their food. But whenever you have the cookies in front of your face and home, saying, Rabbi, what's the point? I'll leave it on the table like this. You know, on the coffee table, sometimes the people have those cookies. They stay there for 2 weeks, hoping somebody is going to eat them one day.
So I I can't use the kitchen area or anything of that nature.
In your office?
Yes.
If they're eating there, you have a chances that those crumbs are going to fall into your food. Problem. Tell them to eat in a separate place. Or bring kasher Pesach food. Matzot. For them.
This you can.
Tell them you're sponsoring crackers for them.
If a person can't check the night before in his business, can you just do it in the morning this year?
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. If you cannot, you cannot. What can we do? You're saying you cannot.
That is, yeah, he doesn't want to drive all the way there and then come back.
It's not all the way there. It's right here. It's very close.
I'm saying for other people.
For other people, yeah.
So do I have to drive there to check it, or can I do it when I come back at Pesach?
Do come back when you come back. It's gonna be too hard. You're gonna be too tired. Everything's gonna be balagan patum. Do it when you get there, but check, clean before, clean everything.
It's a very kosher time.
Yes.
In his property in Miami, doesn't have to be checked beforehand because it's your.
It should be, but it should be, but it's too big of a burden for a person to go there just for check, come back, and then go back on during Pesach.
So you have somebody there to do it. That's all.
If you have somebody there to do it, it's the best. Pay some cleaning lady there or a Jewish person to go check Thursday night. Tell him, listen, I give you $100. Go check it from me. Tamam.
גוי יכול למלא את המצווה?
No go, no. Yehudi with a cleaning guy, somebody over there.
Jewish people.
אין יהודי, יש רק גוי באזור.
No, okay, go cannot. Cannot rely on goods. דאורייתא.
לא, אני אומר, אתה יודע, אתה אומר לו, תשמע, פסטה, זה, אתה יודע, כל מיני, אתה מסביר לו, אם יש כאלה חכמים, לא אהבלים כולם.
You say גדול עומד על גביו. Could be. If גדול עומד על גביו.
לא, אין גדול, לא מדי דבר, איך אומרים?
Video, pictures,
פייסבוק, פייסטיים.
FaceTime.
כן,
Could be, yeah. It's a good idea.
שזה אני אומר, יש אזורים, אתה יודע, יש...
Bechor, it's going to be cheaper for you, faster for you. Appoint somebody to go,
Do FaceTime.
and check like this. That's it.
FaceTime, what's up?
Famidim?
Famida.
Very good. Next.
יעקב.
אם בעל הבית רוצה להעמיד אצלם לנאה, okay. But Bechor, what if you want helpers to help you? In your house, Baruch Hashem, you have a big house, 10 bedrooms, upstairs and downstairs. You want the people to help you. Can you bring people to help you or no? So it says halacha, yes. But they all have to be there during the bracha. So if you did the bracha with the candle 750, 750, and your kids, your grandkids, somebody else came to help you at 8:15, you're already in the middle of the search. Can they say, Papa, Bobo, where should I check? You don't check. Why? Because now you're going to check without bracha. It's not good. You're supposed to participate in the mitzvah with the beracha.
Let them check.
What do you say, Rabbi Chaim?
As a hobby.
אין חיוב לבדוק.
And then you go and
אתה
double
אומר
check.
זה...
And chiyuv what?
לבדוק עם מנייר.
Yeah. The first, I told you, the first piece you find with a candle. After that, you can turn it off and turn on the flashlight. Fanatic. No problem. Okay, next.
Can girls help out also?
Huh?
Can they help do with the checking?
Yeah.
Why they're not people?
No,
Yeah?
it has to be a guy.
The obligate mitzvah. Huh, Meir John? Today, Rabotai, Meir walked in right away. You see? He didn't have to wait by the door. Meir, we learn our mistakes. Mechila had yesterday, Meir.
What happened with the door?
Yesterday, the door got afraid. If the Meir is not going open. We're lucky the door over here is 96 inches. אוקיי? פאי חלי. ואם בעל הבית רוצה להעמיד אצלו בני הבית, הוא said, ואם לא עמדו אצלו בשעת ברכה, they should not be participating in the check because they do מצווה without ברכה. ובדיעבד שקשה לבעל הבית לסיים את הבדיקה, והבנים לא שמעו ברכה, יכולים לשמוע הפוסקים שהולכים אחר הבית וזה נקרא בודחים מברכה. What if right now, Bechor, is a big house, Bobo is tired, Babule is tired, everybody are tired. Right now, there's so much to check downstairs. You're not supposed to check only the 10 pieces. You're supposed to check the whole house. The car, the closets, akol. It's a big job. Babule said, I have no koach. I'm mamash tired. That's it. Leave me alone. Bobo says the same story. Now the kids say, let me help you. So you say, Rabbi said, he came 8:15. I told him be here 7:50. He didn't listen. He came without beracha now. Can you let him check or no? It says if you're very tired, you can let them do the mitzvah. Rely on the opinion that says the bracha doesn't go on the individual, it goes on the house. So that house got the bracha already. Like a mezuzah type of thing, right? You put the mezuzah, they were here, they were not here, they part of the mitzvah of the mezuzah. Same idea is here. The bracha was said in the house for checking the chametz. So even if they were not there, but the avad, okay, no pajot. But don't rely on this lechatchila. Lechatchila, they should be there.
Okay, what about after 7:50 you can do the check it?
You could, but it's already second best. The best of the best, 7:50. You do all arba asar, but the hametz. Beginning of the night, you start checking the hametz.
Yeah, but this year it's no problem at all.
Why not?
Because it's not that day.
But it is.
What do you mean it is? It should be Friday night.
It's not the 14. It's not the 14.
Uh-huh.
It's on the 12th. On the 13th, sorry. But that's the way Chacham established it in this night. That's a sebracha.
Even that night?
Yeah, I'll tell you another year, last year, right? Last year. Could you check chametz at night of 13 with bracha?
No,
So why this year you do that?
because the shift was
Chachamim shifted, took it from Friday because of Shabbat, you cannot do that, and moved it, migrated to Thursday. So Chachamim re-established the law over here. Got it?
Same thing with the fast of the firstborn then.
Right. Right. This year there is no fast. It's just better to, not mandatory. So, Yaakov, you asked, Daniel, yeah, what's your question? You're good.
You're
Next.
fast this year?
No mandatory.
What do you mean?
Because the fast fell on Shabbat.
Oh.
So we, Mikara didn't cancel it.
So we don't have to...
Don't have to, Monsieur Masech.
Second best.
He's the best.
Okay, oven b'dikat
to work on Friday?
hametz. Yeah. It's not Erev Pesach, like your regular year. צריך לסמן הגומרות. מנהג שמלכים ועודו. Okay. Mechor, inside the chashka, inside the bowl, you're going to put the 10 pieces, salt, knife, and some people put feather.
Salt?
Salt, for sure, salt, you're right, it's very important. And knife,
Against Satan.
against the Satan,
In the plate.
inside that bowl. When the 10 pieces, when you're going to look for them, that bowl, put salt, not a lot, a little bit, knife, and some people take a feather,
Piro.
piro, and they do with the piro.
Usually do it with the knife. No?
So that's not mandatory. With the knife to do the way you told, you said, but if you want to do it, do it. No problem.
Oh, there should be a knife inside the bowl.
Yeah, inside the bowl. That's how he says. You go around with a knife and a salt that you have with you.
You're not picking it up with a knife?
So, on your hands, on the bowl, into the bread, no difference, as long as it's there.
Rabbi, explain to me something, please. Because the way we usually do it is hide the bread. We put it under the carpet and then we do like an X with the knife. Does that make sense or no?
And then you do what?
Like an X. Oh, there it is. I found it. You go like this. Make an X with a knife. Does that make sense or no?
טוב, בסדר, רפואה שלמה. Continue next.
So all we gotta do is point, take it, and just throw it in the bowl and that's it. Wait till tomorrow.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Next
yes.
day?
Yes. Next, ג' הבדיקה צריכה להיות לאור הנר של שעבה. אבל נר אבוקה פסול. בכור, if a person has a havdalah candle. 2 weeks כתוב בחודשת. אילים בולשי. Let's say you look at all the kitchen, no candle. You want to take the havdalah candle. Rabbi, big fire, nice. Bracha, I'm going to say right now. This is called Torah of the Quran. Not Torah of Jewish people. Jewish people say, hey, candle that has more than 1 week, it's called avukah, it's called the torch. And torch is pasul to make bracha on bedikat chametz. Because on Havdalah you're supposed to have a big fire. And they're checking the chametz, you're supposed to go to the small places. Big fire cannot go to small places. You're going to have shalom burn the places. So that's why big candle, pasul. Big means more than 1 week. Katoritva fiti liltri libolshi, not kosher. To make on this bracha, al bedikat chametz, al biur chametz, sorry.
Rabbi,
Yeah,
do you need the candle on before you say the bracha or no?
yeah,
You do.
yeah. Then Rabbi Ovadia Yosef says, if a person doesn't have a candle, he can turn on the flashlight and say beracha on the flashlight. However, Or Letzion disagrees. He says, if there is no candle, no bracha.
This is or.
So, or lithium. He holds no candle, fire, no beracha. Rabbi Vad Yosef says the whole idea is to see. So you see with a flashlight. Therefore you could say beracha. But it's not the best. Nachon? That's how Vad Yosef says back in the day. He is Iraqi. Rabbi Vad Yosef was Iraqi. They go together. Oh, Lezion was Persian. So,
אני מלחמת איראן עיראק בצד של האלוקים.
so now you got the best is to have fire. That's I told you. The first piece, do it with the fire candle. This way you cover all opinions. And the rest, go around the house, you can do with the flashlight. Bechor, do you need to turn off the electricity when you search the chametz or no?
No.
Don't have to. However,
Thursday
night. However, for the kids, the kids are waiting for that. They're going to be with you anyway, only the first 5 minutes. Then they get distracted and they're already not with you. So make that show, turn off the candle, the electricity in the house. Yalla, we say just the chametz. 5 minutes they're with you, patom, they go to their ways anyway. Then turn on electricity and continue checking yourself. Make a show for them, make them excited. Okay. Bechor, do you need to say shehechayanu on checking chametz?
No.
Why not? It's a mitzvah that comes once a year.
because to destroy.
Very good. Because Hashem is not very happy whenever we destroy. Hashem give bracha to the world. But here, what can we do? We have to destroy. Hashem said it. So that's why, says Ravad Yosef, if you want to cover all opinions, before that, wear a new suit, or a new shirt, or a new talit, and something like that, something new and important, and say beracha shehechayanu, v'kiyemanu, v'higianu, lezeman hazeh, with Hashem's name. Everybody say Amen. Then say Asher Kedushanu Mitzvot Bracha, Asher Kedushanu Mitzvanu, Al Biur Hametz. Turn on the candle and.
Если муж не может, он авель или что-то такое, жена может это все делать?
Why do you have to do with this before? Again, Quran, Torah, what happened right now? You're allowed to say Shechianu for mitzvah. Saad Bor Guftam.
Как?
Back. I told you last time. A
Новую
person.
вещь нельзя одевать?
Можно.
На митцву.
Na mitzvah можно. I told it you 1,000 times. You understand or no? Bechor again, Shnai Migrah HaTargum. Boy Agbor. Avel, Bukharian is allowed to buy a new garment if it's for mitzvah purpose. Example, talit. Get yourself nice talit. Talit katan, talit gadol, doesn't matter.
Талит катан.
Yeah.
But talit katan
Get
is
yourself
the same.
new talit katan, wool one.
Yes,
You happy with that?
yes.
Yeah. Thursday night, you're coming home. Asher Kiddushanu Stav Tziva, Shechianu V'Kimanu V'Gianu Lazeman Hazeh Adin. It's night. And night you can also say Bracha Shechianu on the talit. Don't say Litatef B'tzitzit.
חתן אומר את זה מתחת לחופה.
Nachon. Shachatan does it under chuppah. What does it say Shechianu? On the new talit. It's night time. It doesn't say Litatef B'tzitzit.
לא מתחת
קטן,
לציצית.
כן, גדול.
Yeah, pon, you're allowed to say Nakatan. Wool one. You're allowed to say Shechianu also.
על הול קטן, כן?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it's better to say.
And right after that, Meir, right after that, say bracha, Asher Kiddushanu Mitzvah, adlik et al biur hametz. Start searching the pieces. This way you did the Shechianu on the mitzvah, according to all the opinions you covered. Yes, Meir.
When I was learning this in Yalkut Yosef, it says that you have to say the bracha first, the Abdur Chametz, start a little bit, then in the middle you say the bracha.
Shechianu.
Right.
So that's also a way.
You say
Yeah,
first say
this way,
Shechianu,
that
then
way, they're both kasher.
They both kosher?
Yeah. Whatever I told you is good, Becho. Don't get confused. Okay, what's another question, David? Davey?
After you finish like all
женщина
10
может?
pieces,
He's talking.
are you like allowed to speak at that point? Of course, like all opinions, or when you're allowed to
I
speak?
can't hear you again.
After you click all 10 pieces,
Yeah?
but you're still checking.
You should not speak until you finish checking.
Check everything.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay?
А если муж 7:50 на работе, а жена дома, она может чекинг делать или
We said that's better. Better that somebody should do it on time, even though it's not you. Somebody else in the house, even if he doesn't live in the house. Let's say you have a cousin. He came from Israel for Pesach. He's not a balabait over here. He doesn't pay anything. He's a guest here. Can I tell him, Alio, Vasha, in my house? 7:50, do the bdikat hametz for me. I'm at work. I'll be home 8:30, 8, whatever. Better that he's not a part of the house. He's a watcher from Israel. Kasher. Not only kasher, better. Because he did it on the right time. Huh? Vasi, da. Okay. Paychalu. Bitul hametz. Then we say kol hamira. Yes. If you clean, you still have to search.
Saying you search that night, the whole house, take you 7 hours. Everybody cleans beforehand.
Right.
So, what's
Believe me, Rabotai, after the cleaning happening, every single year I tell my wife, come, take a video, come, look, here.
Oh, yeah.
Every time the kids, God bless them, this is the best smugglers in the world.
They bless it.
How they find these ways, boom. When you have adults, you're right. We cleaned it, it's clean, come on.
move beds and closets again, everything?
No, you don't have to move. The whole idea is you might find it reachable, like in the Padakonic, in the window sill, in the whatever, on the shelves, and it's available. Somebody might forget and eat it. That's the idea. Shema imtza gruska yafa v'da'ato alav. Maybe you'll find something nice and he'll eat it. Ooh, Pesach forgot chametz. That's the idea. You never need to remove any closets, any beds, anything that nobody's gonna reach there anyway. You don't have to move it to begin with. You can leave all the hametz. You go like this, you see the hametz right there? You have no problem. No, you don't have to move anything. You're not going to come to eat it. You understand?
But cover in other side.
You don't have to. And if you want to be mahmir, take a Windex, put it on the spray mode. I said there's a spray and there's another one, I forgot.
Spritz.
Spritz?
Spritz, no.
Spritz? Put it on the one that shoots far and get that piece, and that's vidania. Then Rabotai is supposed to have hefker, make the bitul hametz. All the hametz that I own, that I saw or I didn't see, let it be dust of the earth. And then the third time Bechor is supposed to say hefker, ownerless. I'm not the owner of it anymore.
Satisfied other opinions.
You're gonna sell hametz before? Yeah. Sign the papers before. This week, next week, you can start. Put application.
Burning
You
chametz
could
also
do.
on Thursday.
Huh?
Burning the chametz
Burning hametz Friday morning.
Friday morning.
Yeah. Until 11:30, 40, something like that.
What if you're leaving, Rabbeinu?
What?
Leaving. What if you're leaving?
Going somewhere? You're gonna have to check hametz there, wherever you're gonna be.
But don't check chametz if you're selling your home.
Yeah?
Chametz in the home.
You don't have to. If you sell it, it's sold. Finished. You don't have to check nothing. Lock it, and that's vidania. But check the chametz where you get there, in the place you're gonna be.
So we burn wherever we are
Yeah.
on Friday morning.
Yeah.
What if you make a messenger for somebody?
For what?
You don't check nothing. Maybe for
Why you need-
work or something else.
Why you gonna go there during Pesach?
Oh, so
If you're going there during Pesach, you're supposed to check it. If you're not, you just sold it to the goy, that's vidania.
You have to be specific in the silver or just general?
Better to be specific, but it's not mandatory. If a person is put the address, Phil, don't ask a million questions. Some people, it's afraid to talk. It's scary to talk to them. The one time I remember, there's a guy came to Bedin, give divorce. It's not a joke, it's not something you do every day. The Bedin tells him, say that I'm commanding you to write the get, to sign, to do lishmi, lishma, say your name, sir. You're in the middle of the process. The guy couldn't be patient. Another 30 seconds, it will be finished. How many times I can say that? Then he left the room. His wife tells us, you see, why I'm getting divorced. So much anger, a little bit patience. That's the process. What can we do? But we made up the rules. Нету терпения. Boom! Patient. Нету patient. Dardisat. That's Rabotai, a little bit more patient in life. In English, they say patience is a virtue. Как на русском virtue сказать, Бехор?
Сколько в день у вас разводов?
Not that many, Bechor. Not that many. Today, a couple got divorced, Bechor, 78 years old. Do you believe that? Wow. 78 years old. So the rabbi told them, a month ago they came, the rabbi said, I'm not going to divorce you. Go home. Make shalom. 78 years old. No. We want to get divorced. We're tired. We cannot live with each other. Leave us alone. I said, I'm not doing it. Go back home. I give you 1 month. If you won't come back after, if you're really serious, come back after a month. They came back.
Надо было сказать 3 месяца, они уже не пришли, не выдержали.
Ja, der Shemer Hashem. Yeah, Rabotai, the world is a little bit funny. Today, one person came before. Hashem Merachem. I felt so bad. Betchora, you know. Her father passed away from cancer. Her husband passed away from heart attack. Young, everybody young. Her daughter is blind. Last month she gave birth to a baby with Tismone Down, with Down syndrome. Everything is like this. She lost her job. She has no money. Like anything you could have think about problems, this Bechora lady has. Collect money. She's terrible situation. I felt so bad for Hashem Yerachim. So sometimes, a little bit discomfort in the house, in the family, in the Parnasai, whatever. Hashem, Baruch Hashem, I'm not blind, Baruch Hashem, no heart attack, Baruch Hashem, no cancer, Baruch Hashem, no car accident, Baruch Hashem. Sometimes we forget that. Some we forget. When you see this, wow, I'm blessed million times. That's to stop complaining about your life. We're always happy with what we have. Okay, very good. Next. Bechor, if you throw the garbage, you cannot just throw into the garbage the food and the svedani thinking you're good. You're not good. You have to destroy that chametz. Yeah, but sometimes during Friday you still eat. Friday morning you burn the chametz. You're going home, there's still chametz sometimes. Some people don't make kasher lePesach the house on Friday. Friday still eat bread. You're allowed to. Saturday is still allowed to. Up to 10:30 you're allowed to eat bread. No, I told you I'm not going to do it chametz in my house. Everything is kasher lePesach. I'm going to fry the square matzot. Eat 2 matzot Friday night, 2 of those matzot Shabbat morning, 2 of these matzot Sudash Shlishi B'li Neder, Tamam, Jom Halos. The whole house, I don't care if the kids are going to mess up or not, it's kasher lePesach.
You can fry it with egg?
Yeah.
It's still hamotzi?
Yeah, because it's 1 ounce. 1 ounce is always going to be hamotzi. Okay, next. It's complete 1 ounce here.
So what about this egg matzah?
Stay whole.
The regular egg matzah.
No, egg matzah is mezonot. You got to eat 8 squares to say Birkat Hamazon on this.
Squares?
Because each square is an ounce. You need 8 ounces. Very hard.
Wow.
Huh? Because it's originally mezonot. How do you turn mezonot if you eat 8 ounces? Ivo?
216.
Fried? No, если not egg matzah. If you take regular matzah and you fry it. Machine, regular matzah. You fry it, it's still hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Because it's originally hamotzi lechem min haaretz. At the egg matzah that has eggs in the dough, originally it's borei min mezonot. How do you turn mezonot into hamotzi? You gotta eat a lot. 8 ounces, ochim noga.
If you burn the chametz and you annulled it, how can you still eat it afterwards?
On Friday, we don't annul. If you're planning on eating more chametz after, don't annul.
I don't know.
Yeah, annul it after. But I'll tell you from experience, I think 2 or 3 years ago, we had a COVID time, I think we had the same situation. People told me they forgot to annul. Why? Because they said, I'm going to annul later. And every year, when they're annulling, next to the fire. So they think that's it, I burned the chametz. Did you annul? Yo! Вот это сказать, что весь мой хамец 0 считается как песок земли, аннулировать. He got confused. Right, but he didn't do that because he thought I'm going to go after eat chametz, and he never ended up annulling the chametz afterwards. It's a big problem. Поэтому, from experience of last time, I understood that people make a mistake like that. So therefore, tell people, better for you not to eat chametz after Friday morning. You burn the chametz, so don't eat any more chametz. Annul it over there. Jetsi, tell them not to. Kasher lePesach eat. Or put yourself as 10 reminders on your phone, on your people, so to remind you. Otherwise, you're going to forget.
Yeah, but egg matzah is a problem. You're going to eat 260, right?
Reminder, annul the chametz.
How much? 260?
4 squares.
On Shabbat, you can annul also.
4 matzahs.
Seder, you have them to rely on.
If I'm planning to eat
Yeah,
pita,
but
let's say
you
on Friday.
264.
Why? Why should you eat pita?
64 grams.
Pita for Friday. Saturday, I can know.
In order to
Yeah,
make up
yeah,
the
up to 11:30, not past that time.
So after we finish back up,
Don't
I'm
do
still
it.
not at night. I'm old.
Yeah, on Shabbat morning you're not gonna eat chametz?
No,
Okay, the fried matzah? Okay.
Rabbi, so let me be real. Most likely 100% I won't be eating at the pita on Shabbat.
Which part of Shabbat? Only up to 10:30
No,
a.m. you're allowed to.
10:30.
Past 10:30 a.m. you're not allowed to
but
anymore.
I'm saying, for Friday night, I'm gonna be eating pita, chametz and everything else. Hopefully the kids won't run to the couch or whatever. They'll just sit at the table and eat.
I wouldn't recommend you this, Daniel John. Don't do that.
But
Eat kasher lePesach. In my house, I'm gonna do kasher lePesach. With kids, it's impossible.
because there's no way that we're gonna sit there and fry matzah and then have
Pasta
food.
de
Before Pesach, fry matzah. What's the big deal?
I'm pretty sure because I don't eat fried matzah anyways.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, I cannot.
You cannot. So cook it. Can you cook the matzah?
We'll see. But just in case, because of lazy reasons.
What are you gonna do Shabbat morning? What are you gonna do Shabbat morning?
Shabbat morning, no, most likely I'm gonna eat a bagel or whatever.
Kakoi bagel.
I'm sorry.
Friday morning.
10:30 you cannot eat
no,
after
no,
that
no, I'm
anymore.
sorry. I
Chametz.
meant, like, I already have Passover stuff at the ready. For example, on Fridays.
I'll tell you what to do. There are matzot, machine made, that's baked specially for army places like that, like in Israel, that they bake them not for sake of Pesach. It's kasher lePesach, but they say it's not for sake of matzah. This type of matzot, you in the situation of health needs, you could be lenient and eat those matzot even it's not fried, it's baked. It's a regular hamotzi. For people that they are in sick like that situations, they could be lenient with this matzot.
What is this?
Rabbi Ovadia Yosef in Israel gave an army, army bases in Israel, a lot of soldiers, a lot of people to feed. It's impossible to check chametz in one night over there. So they make the check of the chametz much earlier, and they make kasher lePesach the whole kitchen, all the kitchens. What are you gonna do? You gotta feed the people. All the soldiers need to eat. So they make matzot specially. When the guy presses the button, it says not for the mitzvah of Pesach. It comes out the same within 18 minutes. Everything kasher lePesach, but it says it should not be done for sake of the mitzvah. So if you did it not for sake of the mitzvah, you cannot fulfill with this the mitzvah. The whole problem to eat on the Erev Pesach is the matzah that you could fulfill with this the mitzvah at night. But this I cannot, because the baking was done not l'shem matzah mitzvah.
So this
Meiri says even though it's the same taste, but since I'm halachically cannot fulfill the mitzvah with that, it's kasher. Rabbi Yosef says an impressive situation you can rely on this Meiri, and he allowed all the army bases at Bet Cholim, at hospitals, all this type of situation. Person cannot eat fried matzah. Tell them to eat this type of matzah. Not a big deal. Go to the bakery. Tell them to bake it. It's not a big deal. Tell them bake it, not l'shem matzah mitzvah. Come on.
18-minute
טוב, tomorrow בלינר יושב, רבותיי, יושב לי טיים.
Бульон приготовил.
Tomorrow we continue.
Машал туда суп, поставил.
On כלי ראשון, on the fire.
No. Вытащил,
On כלי ראשון, on the fire.
покушал его на вот этот...
You understood what I said or no? On כלי ראשון, on the fire, you can put the matzah in the bouillon, no problem. But it's going to be very hard to take it out. It's going to fall apart. It's not strong. If you're going to leave it good enough to cook, maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute, then take it out. When it was on the fire, you could be lenient. ברוך אדוני לעולם, אמן ואמן, שנאמר אדוני חפץ למען צדקו, יגדיל תורה וידיר, יתקדש ויתקדש.